Hey there and welcome back. All of my clients are incredibly accomplished. Much like yourself, they've led teams and helped companies build businesses, managed multi-million-dollar accounts, and delivered results for decades. And yet now, looking for their next position, it has been a very frustrating struggle, and they're applying online repeatedly and hearing absolutely nothing back. And here's what's happening, and it's going to be happening for the remainder of this year. This market is noisy. Just applications alone are no longer enough. And one of the biggest reasons experienced professionals stay stuck is because they're relying too heavily on job postings, on job boards, and just simply applying. They don't have enough visibility and relationship. Today, I want to talk about something that makes most people uncomfortable: networking and engagement. Now, stop the eye rolling. I know that you've done this and you say it doesn't work. Really? Are you sure? And would you perhaps bet your next position on it? Hi. If we haven't met, I'm Lori Lawrence. I'm founder of Next Chapter Career Coaching, and I'm a job search specialist. I work with experienced professionals, especially those over 45, who have discovered that this market feels very different than it used to. So today I want to talk about engagement. I want to talk about outreach networking, but not the fake, weird, awkward version of this. Not walking into a virtual room collecting business cards, not begging strangers for jobs, and not sending desperate LinkedIn messages, and absolutely not with the intent of what can this person do for me. Now, I want to talk about real modern engagement using LinkedIn as your professional platform. This is the kind of engagement that really works, and it has worked for over 85 clients that I have been blessed to work alongside over the last 15 months. Some embraced, many fought me, but in the final rounds of their journey, they came to really understand the importance of engagement. Now, it may feel a bit strange at first, but with persistence, it begins to feel really natural. The kind that creates opportunities before jobs are even posted. Because here's what you need to understand. A very large percentage of jobs are filled through referrals, conversations, recommendations, and internal visibility and silent hiring before ever becoming public. If they do become public postings, well, this means that more and more opportunities are going to move faster. So everyone has been screaming about the lack of human contact. Well, here it is. And experienced professionals, especially those that really need to understand this shift works. Now, before you click away, I hate networking, let me just say this. You do not need to be outgoing to network well. You do not need to become someone you're not. You simply need a very simple structure and framework that feels genuine and repeatable. That's it. The biggest mindset mistakes I see is that job seekers think networking means asking someone for a job, and it does not. In fact, if your very first message to someone is, hey, can you help me get a job? You're probably going to make both yourself and the other person feel really uncomfortable, and you're going to get ignored. Real engagement is much simpler than that. It's merely reconnecting, staying visible, writing original thoughts from years of knowledge and experience, having conversations, learning what's happening in the market, and sharing insights, building familiarity over time. This is what's going to create momentum. And honestly, many of you already know far more people than you think you do. You know, former co-workers and managers and clients and vendors, college classmates, people from conferences, neighbors, friends of friends, parents of your kids' friends, your adult kids' friends, former customers, industry peers. You already have a massive network. You just haven't activated it, or you may have started it maybe 6 to 9 months ago, and you've given up and you've just not returned. Nope, you can't quit or go short term. Now, let me tell you something important. People help people they remember. Not always the most qualified and not always the loudest or the smartest, the people they remember. That's why visibility matters so much in today's market. One of the phrases I say consistently to clients is, opportunities do not go to the loudest. They absolutely go to the most visible. And visibility does not mean becoming an influencer. It means staying professionally present. It means showing up enough so people think of you when opportunities happen to appear. Because opportunities are often connected to timing. Someone suddenly leaves a company, or a department expands, a company gets an investment and begins to grow, a budget gets approved, a confidential role opens, a leader asks, hey, does anyone know anyone good? And the names that come up are usually the people someone has recently interacted with, not the people hiding silently behind online applications, just being one of 1,000. This is why networking matters. Now, let me make this very practical. I want to give you a very simple 20-minute networking structure you can start using immediately today. And do 20 minutes each day, Monday through Friday. This is small, manageable, and repeatable. Step 1, reach out to 10 people this week. That's it, 10. Former colleagues, old classmates, people you genuinely like working with, and keep the message simple. Something like, hey Sarah, I was thinking about you recently and wanted to reconnect. How have you been? That's it. Not, hey Sarah, I need a job. Can you help me? Not, can you refer me? Just reconnect. Because reconnecting feels natural. And conversations, well, they create opportunities. Step 2, ask 1 or 2 of the persons what they're seeing in their company or their industry right now. This is incredibly important because it changes the conversation from transactional to insightful. Experienced professionals should be having peer-level conversations, not desperate conversations, but actual peer-level conversations. You can ask, so how are things going in your company right now? What shifts in the industry are you seeing or feeling? Are companies building teams differently with AI? What skills seem to be in demand? These conversations help you learn the market while also positioning yourself as engaged, thoughtful, and relevant. And relevance matters tremendously right now, especially for those professionals over 45. Step 3, comment thoughtfully on 5 LinkedIn posts this week. Not great posts, not applause emojis, actual thoughtful comments. Follow this simple framework for comments. Validate and briefly acknowledge the post's core point. 1 sentence, not a great post, and adding value by contributing your own insight, a data point, a real world experience. A couple of sentences. And finally, open the dialogue and ask a genuine follow-up question, or perhaps even share a contrasting view. Validate, add value, open the dialogue. This is one of the easiest visibility strategies available, and almost nobody uses it correctly. And here's why it matters. Recruiters are shopping on LinkedIn. Hiring managers are shopping on LinkedIn. Your comments create visibility. Every thoughtful comment puts your name back into circulation, and 1 strong comment can absolutely lead to profile views, conversations, recruiter outreach, and interviews. I see it happen constantly. Now, here's another important truth. Many experienced professionals unintentionally isolate themselves during a job search. They feel embarrassed, defeated, frustrated, exhausted, so they just kind of disappear. One of my clients, Nancy, well, she never spent a lot of time on LinkedIn. She'd had a profile for years, but never really visited it. When we started working together, and she followed this very simple process that I just spoke about, she quickly made fast connections. And those companies, well, they ended up talking to her because of her insights. She enjoyed being back in her world and providing ideas and expertise, and also recognizing and validating and sharing with others in her industry. All of this, as a part of her strategy, allowed her to find contract work, which has now led to a full-time position with a smaller company that she wasn't even aware of until she became more visible in LinkedIn. They, the company, reached to her in a conversation which led to her current role. Visibility on a platform whose mission is to connect those who are hiring to those who are open to work, being visible, it's only going to help. The longer you stay invisible and choose to stay invisible, the harder the search is going to become emotionally. This is why structure matters. Tiny, consistent actions matter more than occasional bursts of panic applying. And job searching today requires relationship building, a follow-up, visibility, positioning, and consistency. You have to keep your emotions steady. If you're in sales, you know that not all sales close. You understand this. You understand rejection shouldn't be taken personally. You're not going to win every account. But consistent activity, well, it creates a pipeline. The same is true in a job search. Consistent networking creates opportunity pipeline. And one conversation can completely change your trajectory. I have seen clients go from months and months of silence to interviews to offers in just a few weeks, simply because they've reconnected with the right person at the right time, or they've connected with someone new. It's not luck, it's visibility meeting opportunity. And this is exactly why I teach a complete 5-pillar strategy for the job search. Because applying online alone is it's just not enough anymore, especially for experienced professionals competing in a noisy, crowded market. You have to have positioning and visibility, networking, interview readiness, a strong LinkedIn presence, a clear professional story. You have to have a strategy that helps you get seen, interviewed, and hired. And the good news is, you don't need to do everything overnight. You just need to start moving consistently. Reconnect. Stay visible. Have conversations. Keep showing up. Because relationships create momentum, and momentum will create opportunities. So if this video helped you, please subscribe and hit the like button. And share this video with someone who may need encouragement in their job search right now. And I would genuinely, really love to hear from you. Leave a comment. Ask questions below in the comment section and tell me what part of networking just feels hardest for you. I'll help you. Tell me where you feel stuck and what you need help with, because some things, well, they just may not be making sense. I promise you I can help. If you want me to help you build a smarter strategy so that you can become more visible, more confident, and much more competitive in this market, just simply book a time with me. It will cost you nothing. I work side by side with experienced professionals to help them build a modern job search strategy that's going to get results fast, meaning they're going to land in a job. So thank you for being here. Again, I'm Lori Lawrence, founder of Next Chapter Career Coaching, and I am cheering for you.